topic we're going to talk, diffusing criticism. This is a subject I'm still working with, so I'm really glad I can share this subject with you guys because it's something that I can say we're going on a mission together because I am on this mission myself. Now, to think about diffusing criticism, first we come up with the idea of images, how we think of ourselves. How we images ourselves is basically what we heard from our parents, brothers, sisters, how we grew up in, and it's a lot of it came from our childhood as to where you were placed in your family, where you were placed with your friends and stuff like that. And over time, that developed a self-image. If it's a negative self-image, and it's extra work, of course, to get down to negativism and stuff like that. I won't go into those details now. But also, there's an image of what do people see when they look at you. They see you a smart executive. They see something else. They want to get to know you. They got an idea based on what you tell them and what you communicate them of how they visualize you. And all that has an interplay when people are giving you criticism. That may have an effect on how they deliver the criticism. And especially with people, they think they have some sort of higher power, they'll be more harsher, possibly maybe harsher on criticism. And maybe not, but the real issue here is, okay, you may receive criticism, including feedback, is how you respond to it. How do you respond to criticism? We will get criticism from all kinds of places, sources, and sometimes when we don't even expect it, when you're running the light rail, who knows? That could happen. So how do you respond to it? Well, there's certain ways. Okay, one is withdrawing. Oh, screw you. Here it is a mess. This one other way is rationalization. But I'm sorry, I have another meeting, and plus I had a last phone call before I got a chance to get here. Or even think of even more outlandish things that you can rationalize with why you do what you did with the criticism, based on the criticism. You look sloppy, I'm sorry, I just got up late, had to go out and get out the door and so on. That's rationalization. And among the worst are counterattacking. Well, look at you too. Were you expert? You're gonna tell me how to dress when you're like a freaking slob? Shave that beard or something, all right? No slob like you should tell me what to do. Counterattacking. And the best way to handle criticism is responding non-defensively. Now, and how to do that, and you guys probably already know, but I'm going to tell you anyway. One is you listen to the criticism. What are they really trying to tell you? Pay attention as to what they're saying. Don't try to just, this guy's going to block them out in your mind. Actually listen to the criticism. What do they really telling you? And with that, of course, acknowledgement. Gee, Twain, thanks for that. Thanks for letting me know, because I was wondering if I was having an issue with that, and now you confirmed it. Something I'll work on, which is you ask questions. Okay, it's questions such as, what can I do to improve that? You got any suggestions on how to make things better and stuff? And of course, paraphrase, which means when I give you criticism, try to, in a nice way, say, oh, so you're saying that my hair is out of order or something like that, or something general to say. So do you mean to say my hair should be this short or this short, not that long? Or, of course, that's kind of being facetious overall, but generally, the actual criticism. When you're paraphrasing, what you're trying to do is trying to get clarity as to what they're specifically criticizing you about. And as you're doing that, and as you're listening, and you go through a few times, you eventually, hopefully come to an agreement, or not agreement, agree with the truth. Okay, I criticize it because I did look sloppy today. And, all right. I mean, so what you're saying, have them point out examples of what they're seeing, and perhaps you can see it yourself. Okay, then remain calm. Okay, remain calm and don't take it personally. That's critical. Once you take it personally, all bets are off. Also, real quick reminder, use nonverbal listening skills. And of course, show respect to your opponent. Okay, so, with that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring Mario up here, and he's gonna give me some criticism. And I'll try to follow this without strangling him, okay? Okay, this is completely unrehearsed, so I don't know what he's gonna criticize me about or anything. But I'll try my best. As I've said, I'm learning myself to follow these rules to get to what he has to tell me. Okay, so there you go.
How you doing, Sam?
Oh, pretty good, Mario. How you doing?
Good. You know, Adrian gave me a copy of some of your code, and I was looking through it, and boy, it looked like a big fat mess. It looked like you had to maybe sit down. I know you spent like 20 hours on it, but I think you're gonna have to spend like 40 hours fixing it, because I couldn't follow it at all. I started looking at it, and it went over here, and it went over here, and it went over there, and then I tried to run it, and it came up with all these syntax errors. So this is a big fat mess, and it does not look like you prepared a proper design, and you actually wrote the code properly, and that kind of thing, and I think it was just a big fat waste of time.
Okay, one way to not handle this is rationalization. But what I'll actually say is, Mario, I think you're right. In fact, now you really understand why it takes me long to get through it. But I'll tell you, it's not my code. My code is this little change up here into a big code. But I do really appreciate your criticism, because what I want to do is to perhaps ask my bosses so I can have more time, so I can also work on cleaning up some of the original code as well. But of course, have I done that in the past? That implies a lot more testing than I'd have to do than just to fix my change.
You're agreeing with me that the code was a mess?
Oh, I'll tell you what, with this code, it's either eyeball it for hours or use marinara sauce and eat it.
Well, you know, I'm really sorry, because I looked at the requirements, and it looked like this was a project that you had to start from scratch and write the thing from scratch. I did not know you were just going to put this little bit of code in it. So I am really sorry.
I'll tell you what, if I had that opportunity to start from scratch, I would love to, because I'd give you code that you can eyeball and easily follow. Because myself, I have trouble with tough code. And now you know what I'm going through. A lot of work to do a little change because of the code. I absolutely agree with you.
Okay, well, I'll let you get back to work and get your project finished.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. And later on, we'll talk more about that code as we go. Okay, folks, this is where we can spend a couple minutes about my speech and our little presentation here. And yeah, anybody have any comments to say about what you've just seen or heard, or?
I
About how
loved
to-
what you said. I loved what you said. I can use this stuff. I loved what you said. That's all I can say. I think you gave us some valuable tools. And I know that for years I have been if someone criticized me, just freak out, freeze and not know what to say. And something I've taken a long time figuring out, and I'll try to keep this under 20 seconds, is that there's always a reason why you did it the way you did, and you just have to sit back and remember why you did it the way you did, and then that is your reason why you did it, and that's your reason too. That was really helpful.
And because when I saw the exercise, I thought, this fits, I gotta do this speech. Okay, anybody else? Wow,
I'm
that's.
surprised David doesn't have something to say.
He's the evaluator, he can't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Sorry, I take it back.
Jason, in your job, I'm assuming you probably have some criticisms occasionally that goes on through your effort or something like that, or do you? Or?
Criticism in my job usually comes via email. Which you always sort of sit back and you immediately go, well, what's the intent of this? And what, how can I improve upon this? And what is the intended meaning, of course, always.
And Scott, I don't know specifically what you do. Do you have any ideas of how you handle criticism, maybe on the job or something? Or maybe even at home, or anybody?
Nothing I can really add. You covered it pretty well. It's one of those skills you learn as you progress in life.
That's true. Actually, I was thinking about that while Ariel's going through his educational moment. Just one of the criticisms and help get through the potholes and hurdles. That's true.
Would you
All right, Sam, I thought that was a very fun speech. What I really liked about it was there was more humor this time. So it felt like you were a lot more comfortable with the topic. Because I think that's when humor really comes out. So the only question or only issue I have in the beginning is you took 6 minutes to do the initial. It was supposed to be 4 to 5. So it sort of cut into your other time. I mean, you made it up because we didn't have as many questions on this one. So that did help. You gave the list of the 5 things you could possibly respond to criticism. And I really liked how you set it out. Like when you did withdrawn, you actually walked away. Like it's like, okay, that's cool. That's actually a visualization of what you were doing. So that was really cool. You know, the counterattack, the rationalization, all of them. You did really well explaining and showing, not just, hey, you counterattack. Like, no, this is what a counterattack actually looks like. So that was really good. So for the actual presentation, for the whatever it's called. How well did the speaker determine the reasons for the criticism? I thought Mario went into a diatribe, so it was unbelievably obvious what the actual criticism was, which was really helpful for this speech. So, I mean, it was very well laid out, like there was no question what the issue was. So, I mean, in the end of the day, the code was a mess. I liked how you just sort of rationalized it, like, hey, it's not my code. You know, I did this part. End of the day, no one cares, you know, because all they care about is the final product. Once it leaves you, it's now yours. So I like how you said at the end, and how you dealt with Mario, and you're like, okay, hey, this is what I would do going forward. I would love to have more time. I would love to take this to management and be like, hey, look, I agree, this is a complete utter mess. Give me more time, because the original was screwed up. I really want to do a better job. I just can't because I don't have the time to do it. So I thought that was really good. You took in that criticism. You said you came up with an idea of how you could solve it going forward. And I thought that was really good to see. So good job on that. The only thing I have to add for how you can make a speech more effective, I don't know if you've taken it, but 7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, okay, then even more so. Mention that in the speech. You know, or mention some other resources that people could go to. You know, like, hey, I learned a lot of this from my reading. I learned a lot of this from taking some Habits of Highly Effective People. I highly recommend this class because it helped me deal with my criticism issues, or whatever it is. Just let people know.
Oh, okay.
Just, you know, because you don't just become a better person. You know, as Mario likes to say, you don't just become better by just showing up. Like, no, you actually have to do something. You want to become a better speaker? Well, then actually show up, give speeches. You want to become better at taking criticism? Well, then take some criticism, see how you can deal with it, go to classes and how to deal with it. So, and you did that. So I thought it was a good speech. Thank you.
Oh, appreciate it.